early mech or something. Who knows what
Fluffy
he wants
hats.
to buy. Yeah, a ton of fluffy hats coming in.
That's the way to do it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Shopify all smoked up, heading out. We've got Wepass on the obs as we get ourselves into game 1 of this 2-game series. Group stage for DreamLeague Season 25 kicking off. And Moodeng gonna slowly get out of their base, not smoked up, going for a delayed move, it looks like, as they are gonna miss out on that early observer board. Shopify get that first little bit of intel.
Yeah.
Now setting up around their bounty runes in that bottom jungle area too.
I like that first little move as well. By buying boots and then sending them home with the courier, you can sell them in time. You get your gold back. Pango just getting a deep ward in first. Looks like Shopify are in a good position. Jabs realizes quickly though. He kept close eye on his smoke being timed out. Smoke break. And now he's
Expecting a real clash.
Yeah, expecting a ward, but pinging kind of off to his side. Might not find the Radiant ward. See if they decide to drop a sentry for it.
The battle begins.
And that dire ward on Radiant side of the river, they were smoked when they placed that, right?
Yes. Yeah, smoke placed. Was not spotted. I don't think any team has any real information on these wards right now. Clockwork doesn't bring his sentry in, so no D ward coming up. We'll just head out to the lanes. So we have Clockwork Abaddon versus the ET Lifestealer. Definitely an interesting matchup.
Quad melee lane?
Yeah, a lot of melees. I think I would give a little bit of a favor perhaps to the ET and the Lifestealer on that. I think Lifestealer should be able to see us quite well. Mid, just tiny Pango. We talked about this matchup before, but first creep wave, very nicely played by Abed. 3 denies.
Damn, I was looking at some stats a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember who was doing it, but they were looking at the kind of proportionate, win rates of ranged melee, universal strength heroes and stuff like that. And if I remember correctly, like melee strength heroes were like the most picked, highest win rate out of any combination of the others. Just being a big tanky boy feels nicer in modern day Dota than any other combination of stats and range.
Yeah, I feel like we're still in an extended strength tank meta. We had the whole Blade Mail Heart thing, but strength is still very, very good. It's basically, in my opinion, the best stat in Dota right now. Just pound for pound, it gives you the most value.
HP good.
Yeah, I mean, have a lot of HP, and all those magic bursts don't really kill you. That's why we see a lot of offlaners even nowadays try and build heroes who have continuous damage or big damage. Like Doom, who can deal with the percentage damage, of course. So a bit of a win bottom there where Jabs was forced to TP out. TP to the lane, of course, so he sticks around, but now he's low mana, no TP scrolls, minus 100 gold. Maybe a little bit rough for him.
Not the easiest spot to be in.
Yeah, it's the
Small
danger.
still blocked.
You get galeed up by a Venomancer and then Spectre just runs at you.
Hellscream going to get a courier snipe up top. Blocks up the small camp. Keeps things going there as well. And both sides really trying to make sure that the small camp and the pools are not accessible. But as soon as Ollie notices, Hellscream's gone missing a little bit, they put the pressure on Pakaz, and then quickly turned back with his Abaddon and Clockwork.
Hellscream was just 30 mana short there, or 20 mana short even for the power cogs. If he got those out there, that would have been a kill, but missing just a little bit. Maybe he could have clarity'd even earlier, but not gonna catch Ollie.
And keeping Pakaz farming though, at least. But so far, looking pretty decent for Moodeng. A tiny Lifestealer and the Doom all getting their fair share of last hits early on.
Yeah, they're getting...
But nobody really outright winning their lanes.
It's a pretty close run for the cores overall, but Spectre leading the way in CS is definitely a good feel for him. Mid lane, we start seeing Pango do a bit of damage into his tiny.
I'm trying to do what he can.
It is a lot of HP to go through though, and new rune is spawning in just 45 seconds. We'll see if supports are going to make their way over for the water rune control, if they're just going to play the lanes. Looks like the emphasis on the side lanes is more important right now.
Yeah, like Jabs ran all the way to the small camp and was like stuck around down here while the lane was pushed to his tier 1. Gets the small camp
Again.
De-ward again, but again has to TP back to tier 1.
That's that big move. Like, Spectre just moving towards him there. She knows that she probably can't kill him, but because he can TP out, but force that TP out. Twice now, Yabs has had to do this. This really slows down his game. He is still pretty far away from having boots, and it's going to be tough for him if he doesn't get some kills in this lane.
Pakaz has been left alone up here. Has the shield, but this damage from the ET just punches him down.
Dear God, 120 bonus damage there, just smacking him.
Goodness.
That's an extra blood grenade as well. I thought he was fine, but...
You know what words are about to leave my mouth before that kicked off? It's like, Abaddon's a hero that you can usually just leave alone in lane, right? He's he's perfectly fine to just self-sustain, get last hits, and then ET just no.
Yeah, it's very tough. Also with the way open wounds works, right? It's tough if you get slowed down by the continuous auto attacks. If you ever pop a Aphotic Shield and then he open wounds you afterwards, you're just done for. So you kind of can't use a Aphotic Shield if you're close to being gone on. He has to hold it reactively.
That's tough. And Hellscream still trying to fight over this small camp, but again being punched by Ollie, who has a blood grenade. Needs a couple more hits here. Hellscream dead. Ollie having a tremendous time up in this top lane.
Yeah, I did say I thought they were going to have the better time, but I didn't think they were going to get, 2 kills like this. Big finds. At least
he's such a
Abaddon is getting farm as well, but he is falling behind to the Lifestealer. Once those face boots, the face boots are already out, it'll make it much harder now to sustain the harass from Lifestealer just getting pot shots on you.
Yeah, true challenge. It's always funny seeing this Venomancer pick up, a ton of last hits. 12 and 2. You add that onto the Spectres, and they've had a great time in that bottom lane. As the Veno will actually make a move up top now.
Oh, they want to.
But this isn't a move to gank. He's a move to go jungle.
I mean, they want to dive, but they don't have melee creeps. They're going in with the range creeps, but this is not a long time that they can tank for you. The tower is doing a lot.
Another ET shows up as well. And 43 even thinking about turning and fighting, but I think they've got a good idea that Skem has now arrived.
Yeah, now that the melee creeps are there, he just runs away. I'm going to play it safe.
Well done by the Lifestealer, realizing that imminent danger. A bit of damage on this tier 1 early on, but Shopify, do they want to stick around here and take over this part of the map now?
I mean, they're trying to get the Venomancer.
All right, turning on them. It's a 2v3. 43 can't finish off Skem. Looks at Hellscream now, but he might just have bullied them away enough to reclaim control of this lane. As Pakaz, ET damage, it adds up. They've all got to run. That's a move that Shopify have made, where they are now unable to inhabit this top lane anymore. They've all got to run and heal.
Grimstroke is now showing up a little bit late to the party, but his teammates did a good job holding just on their own. They almost got a kill on Abaddon. Fantastic play by all of them. Moodeng with a very strong start.
Is Pakaz okay up here? Because he's got a trio of heroes surrounding him, and it looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
Does buy his phase boots with his dying breath, but yeah, really falling behind now.
Gonna go down and gonna give even more HP to his Lifestealer, who's already CSing a lot, getting those hero kills as well, even more. Build up that max HP. We talked about it earlier, HP is the important stat. Bottom lane, Doom available. Oh, he doesn't have mana, 15 mana short on Doom.
That's unfortunate. That's Abed's real move down to the first real move down to the bottom lane here, looking at that Spectre. But no Doom, no go.
Yeah, he did pop his Devourer kind of just before that as well to try and dive the tower, but that used up all his mana.
It's Tiny sticking around here. I want to keep following through on Hellscream's clockwork, but JT can't catch up to him. Abed's going to cut the wave and look for a bit of pressure on this tier 1. I want to boot the Spectre out of the lane, but Tomato so far doing a good job just dragging the wave, playing keep away.
Yeah,
he's at arm's reach.
I mean, Tiny's still chasing him. This is a long time commitment. Meanwhile, on mid lane, using that Spectre mobility, play towards the mid lane, realizing that, okay, if you have 2 cores chasing me for this long, just gonna go somewhere else.
It's that classic, tennis or badminton move, right? You put the ball or the shuttlecock into the corner of the court, force your opponents to run all the way to the side, then you put it to the other corner.
Yeah.
Spectres like drag 3 heroes to the bottom right-hand side of the map, and then suddenly, oh, I'm mid, by the way.
Yeah, that's the
Now deal with me. Now react.
The ball is the fastest player on the field. The Spectre is the fastest player on the field. Yeah. That's how it goes. Very quick at getting across, and that's gonna put her 1,000 gold, so she can buy her first component towards the Orchid soon. Looking like the cornucopia is coming in just a bit.
Moodeng gonna smoke up with his tiny DT.
Again, they are not happy with Spectre getting farm in this game.
Tomato's already out of here, though, it looks like. Lifestealer scouting infested in Alpha Wolf sees the Spectre use the Twin Gate. And they'll see Scam walk into the wrong neighborhood down here. There's a lot of dire heroes to kill off a support, but this should mean that Moodeng will get that tier 1 tower eventually. Or Doom's Courier. Whoopsie-daisy.
Bit of micro misses, but it happens. While you're going for a kill, didn't really think about it. But yeah, they'll get the bottom tower. At the same time, though, top tower falling quickly. And Patkaus is gonna get the last hit on that. Bit of a trade, 1-for-1. But mid lane, though, is the big story. The fact that they have also opened up the mid tower already means that Shopify are gonna be very happy with the balance on the map right now.
Yeah, feeling real comfortable about that.
Power rune. Does Tiny or Pango get lucky? Get me Pango.
That's the Pango.
Oh my, does he already have it? Ooh, that's a good timing on the Diffu. 10-minute Diffu here from Pango coming out.
Already? Wow.
He skipped power treads to get it even faster, so he values that mana burn really hard right now.
I mean, they've been playing pretty quickly already. Keep that tempo up. Moodeng, a little reliant on items, and Tiny needs this blink to really feel comfortable. Lifestealer, we've, often talked about this Radiance into Armlet or Armlet into Radiance. Which one's better? Which one's faster? It looks like this time around, 43 going for the Armlet, so he's going to be able to keep up somewhat with the tempo coming his way. But it is that Radiance afterwards, which is the timing.
Yeah, for sure. You need both. I think I'm a bit bigger fan of the Radiant straight rush right now, even though it is in a way greedier. But this means that it's going to take a while before he has that burn. Just Radiance on its own is so strong when you complete it. Right now, the big story, though, is going to be the Pango and his ganks. Keep an eye on him. Venomancer just invading, pretending that he has friends near him. They're in the neighborhood, but it's going to be Doom who gets gone on.
Yeah, straight onto JT. Yopaj, Hellscream, and Yamato coming in with that Spectre. JT, the dagger will follow, and he will get finished off. And all this knock-on effect of that mid-tier 1 dying earlier on, the point that you made, the big story there, is that Skem gets to play in these Ancients. They get to play into that bottom tier 1 because the map has opened. Jabs is going to try and TP home, but that swashbuckle damage from Yopaj enough to secure the kill on him. While they steal Ancient stacks, take full control of the enemy Ancient area. Moodeng, where'd they go?
I mean, it's a devastating blow. The difference is that Tiny doesn't have Blink. You were right earlier. You said that Tiny needs Blink to function. And in this game, when he doesn't have Blink and Pango has Diffu, you're just dodging. So there's no way Moodeng wants to contest. And Shopify realizing that, getting the most out of it. A little bit disappointed they didn't go for the bottom tier 1 tower as well after this. I feel like they could extend even more lead into the game. But they're giving respect. They used some abilities. Doom is, of course, ready to pop his ulti, so playing away from him is fine too.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And what's Pekaz up to?
Oh, looks like he's is he going for... Yeah, he's going for a drums build. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, face drums is pretty common. It's pretty much what most offlaners buy. We have it on Doom as well in this game, so they're actually mirroring item builds. It's just generally very, very good to bring you that speed and mobility.
Scam simply TP's home. Gets away from the Lifestealer trying to munch on him. 43 is going to move back across the map and try and farm out top. And definitely feels like Moodeng kind of hitting the brakes a bit and saying, okay, stall this out for a bit. We need to hit this tiny blink, then we'll feel comfortable. But the map is being swarmed by Shopify heroes.
Look at the timing. They're going top, looking for Lifesteal. Orchid coming in for Spectre in just a few seconds. They want this Lifesteal kill.
This is massive for them. I mean, 43.
There it is.
He's stanced up, completely caught out. Good call there. Immediate pick off on him. Beautifully done by Shopify.
That was actually really well coordinated. They timed this perfectly. Spectre just got the delivery on her Orchid when they connected on him. So, well done by Shopify. That was a beautiful gank.
And then we go back to this conversation of where is safe for Moodeng. They've already been kicked out of bottom lane, their own ancients, mid lane, top jungle. You need Tiny Blink. He's farming mud golems in the top part of the map. But we'll see this one back. Immediate jump, snap into action, and the best target you could hope for.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Pakas is the solo pushing the bottom tower. Venomancer is invading and stealing Ancients. Everything is falling apart. Like you said, they're just on the edge of the map, farming whatever they can, but it's not much right now. And they stack up their own Ancients, but I wonder if they're going to be the ones to farm this even. Pakas is going to go in and scout it right now. He's got to call Venomancer to come over. He's going to be like, yo, buddy, come here and help me.
His farm.
Yeah, I mean, Venno is level 9. He's happy to keep just building his net worth.
Venno loves jungle camps.
Sure does.
JT trying to assert some kind of dominance bottom lane, runs up to Pakas, get out of here. Gives him a little boop on the nose, but they need more than that. They're smoking across, and they are fully trying to 5-man control that bottom area of the map, while Shopify say, okay, we give up, we retreat. You wasted all your time.
Shopify have invaded meanwhile in the top jungle, and this gives them the information. If nobody's farming up there, there's no way that they're not smoke ganked right now. So we saw Pakas just back out. It's Venomancer just running away.
Pakas holding points.
Oh, he's not the guy they wanted to run into. Tiny immediately turned tail and just said, nope, this is not it.
Meanwhile, the Spectre solo killing the Grimstroke at the creepway further behind them. Yeah, that... just an incisive move by the Spectre. They will turn on the Abaddon now, the toss back and a Doom. They get the LT off, but he's not going to heal off it. The Yopaj Panga will roll in and crash with a Hellscream's contribution here. They keep 4-2-3 at bay, but they lose Pakas in the end regardless.
Yeah, good kill for them at least, getting that kill on the Abaddon. Get 800 gold for it. But all this time, Spectre is farming. They are so stressed right now on the Dire side. They need to make more happen. And now it's dangerous to show, even top lane. Grimstroke can't go for these range creeps just because Spectre, you know, he knows the danger of her ulting in. Cooldown is still up for 10 seconds, but after that, she could join anywhere. Pango with the rune.
That's scary. It kind of felt like Pakas walked into that one and kind of gave them a kill there, but...
He did. He was a little bit late on skilling his ulti. He was holding his ulti point to get it at the best time. He went down all the way to 300 HP before he put a point into it, and then, of course, not being able to heal, the Doom kind of just ticked him down. But he wanted for something, and it could almost have... it could have worked. It just was a little bit too slow reactions on the leveling on the ult.
Well, that's the thing. Like, him going in there on a service level just, looks bad, but underneath, there's a lot of layers of... Even if he... even this situation where it looks bad in the end with the outcome, it's still on the enemy side of the map by the enemy Ancients, far away from any objectives. As JT is caught in the cogs and Pakas looking for a bit of vengeance now. But Doom reasonably tanky, very quick on his feet with the goblet out the kobold. He's managed to munch up, but with all the control through Hellscream's clockwork and the slow from the Abaddon of Pakas. We'll kill the Doom off eventually with no one coming to help him.
It's that max level or Curse of Avernus plus the Orb of Corrosion. You're a super fast hero, but not when Abaddon touches you. You're just gonna slow to a halt. No moving.
And another go from Spectre onto the Grimstroke.
Venomancer, meanwhile, though, they're gonna get a return kill, at least get something.
Abed. Oh, the roll! It lands! Crashes onto the Tiny, so yes, they kill Skem with Abed and his blink, but Yopaj is there to kill off the Tiny. Another situation where Shopify happy with the outcome.
Shopify just look like they have their number right now, just 2 steps ahead all the time. Their item progressions are lining up really well, and the big difference is the mid lane, I feel. The Tiny has not really had an easy time, and that's what happens when you first pick Tiny and all those tanky heroes come out. It's so hard to find your pickoffs. Whereas the Pango, he doesn't really mind so much. All these melee heroes, they don't really do much against the Pango. Pango usually is scared about high damage ranged heroes. Yeah, exactly.
And then Spectre is just jumping every time onto any hero on the map showing. Putting the fear into Moodeng here. But yeah, I guess coming back to the point, and I guess trying to maybe say it a little clearer, the best case scenario in that bottom lane where Pakaz runs up and dies is that they get a team fight around him, right? And worst case is he baits out the Doom, baits out all this reaction, forces them to be there while Spectre is farming and the rest of the team is getting advantages elsewhere.
Exactly.
It was always a win-win from Pakaz.
Yeah,
but a toss back now with a Doom on him, glimmered up and starts running away while Yopaj is in, slept up by the ET for now. Shopify trying to play around this Pango with some good cogs out of Hellscream. They're going to force Moodeng back, but JT's Doom's caught up. With the Plague Wolves, the cogs causing some issues. No, he's just going to walk back. Allows Abed to go for round 2 with an Avalanche toss, counteracted by the Rolling Thunder now. Abed a little isolated as the Spectre jumps into the back onto Jabs once more. We've got Tomatoes slaying the Grimstroke, ET crumbling by the Ancients area as well.
This Spectre, he knows his target. He's just saying, okay, I'm going to go for support and kill him over and over again, and that's going to be it. It's a tough time to play support into this. And that was unfortunate for him. The Illusion Rune on Pango helped him out a lot as well, repositioning and getting out to safety. And the Abaddon as well, just getting out of that after getting doomed. I don't know. Doom is...
Glimmer Cape's one hell of an eye to me.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Glimmer Capes on core heroes lately. And this is a Glimmer Cape Abaddon. The fact that it gives you movement speed, I feel, is this crazy thing. I'm always thinking of Glimmer Cape as just an item that gives you magic resistance and invis. But the fact that it gives you barrier and 40 movement speed, it kind of gives too much, I feel, nowadays. But, you know, support players are going to hate me for saying that. But when core players are buying Glimmer Cape, we kind of know that the item is overtuned. I'm just saying.
Just a bit, yeah.
We have...
I think it was Amar on Gork stream. Gork asked him, you know, when did you learn that Glimmer Cape gave movement speed? And Amar was like, yeah, like 6-7 months ago, our coach, Aoi, woke up one morning and said, you guys are all idiots. You're not buying Glimmer Cape. Did you know that it's got movement speed?
I mean...
Obviously, Amar, you know... joking a little bit there, but seriously, if the highest level of pros and coaches and stuff realized 6 months ago, it was definitely something that was kind of hidden.
I think a ton of players still don't know about it, to be honest. It's, you know, people are gonna learn. It's kind of crazy. And of course, as we speak about the Glimmer Cape so much, we have a Glimmer Cape coming out now for the Clockwork as well, so they have the double Glimmer on their team already. And for the poor Grimstroke, he does not have enough gold to buy one of those. He's trying to get a Gold Scepter just to survive the Spectre, but I fear that by the time that he has it, the Nullifier is not going to be far away from Spectre.
Yeah, it's going to be a close call.
Oh my god, that Roche is falling quick.
He's already dead before Moodeng get anywhere near it. But they are in position. They are in position to fight here. If they get good high ground vision, they can play around this. They see the courier flying back to base. But Shopify, they're not retreating to the west. They're actually pushing forward and playing up the lane.
Oh, that's so good. They could go for the Wisdom Rune. Looks like they want to stick around, though, on the lane. Spectre, of course, sticking out doesn't matter. Yeah.
Lifestealer Radiance off for now, not wanting to give away his position, allowing Abed to make the jump onto the Venomancer. Skem the target, they'll kill him quickly, but now the choice has to be made. Stand and fight or retreat and run. 43 and Abed infest in and out to try and heal the Tiny up. Soulbind there on the Pango to stop the roll from coming. Gets out of it and tries to right-click back into 423 now as the Spectre arrives, but Abaddon and Pango in trouble.
It's a good fight.
The Dooms are there. The Grimstroke's done the damage, and Lifestealer just munching on people. Aegis down, Hellscream turns with a good hook shot, and Pango respawns back in onto Abed while the Spectre in the background has killed off the supports. A double kill for Tomato comes out. A great fight for Moodeng, but they still lose.
Yeah, I mean, they're so far behind in terms of power level. They took a really fantastic fight. The bind was very, very good there coming out from Grimstroke. Nice positioning. They followed that up with the Doom into 2 heroes as well. But the Aegis, of course, giving that free reset is a tough story. Pango just coming back to the fight immediately. And even if Abaddon goes down, there was a lot of effort killing him, and nothing was really focusing on killing the Spectre, who possesses a lot of damage output. And not to mention, like, the supports do a tremendous amount of damage too. This Venomancer and Clockwork, they dish out more damage than you would expect in the fights.
Bro, Venom's level 13, hey?
Yeah, he's...
Lifestealer is also level 13. Tiny's level 12!
Yeah, Venomancer is definitely growing rapidly. His net worth isn't that crazy, but his levels are doing fantastic.
He's a big boy. And
he's just being annoying.
Yopaj and Hellscream. Jetpack over the top, hook shot forward. Up a top. They're getting in on top of JT. Rolling Thunder with Diffuser Blade slowing him
Pango's
down.
stuck.
He gets out of the cogs, and Pango is stuck between cogs and the Spire. Not able to follow through as they would have liked.
A little oopsie there, and Slippery Doom just runs away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But the Spectre's had the best game possible, though, right? 8-0-4, hitting all the timings. Every time she sees the ET or the Grimstroke show on lane, it is just a free kill with the Orchid.
Spectre's ulti ready, so whoever shows on the side lane now can get the jump as well. Bloodthorn is soon ready, though. Maybe he'll wait for the Bloodthorn recipe to come out. That is a massive power spike. So when Spectre can just hit you a few times and then jump out, and they know you're dead.
Moodeng currently just trying to reclaim a bit of territory here. Get some D-wards. Kill off some Ancients. Get something from the map as they have been... They've been hemmed back to this, like, right-hand side for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Not able to break out across the river and do anything.
it's honestly a bit tough. Their heroes just... I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna play it out. I said it in the draft that I favor the Radiant draft a lot, and that's because their heroes have such an easy time parrying for action. Like, who's gonna go for kills on the side of Moodeng? Like, yes, you have Doom, but Grimstroke and ET, they're heroes that we don't see that much in the current patch, and for good reason. They don't really play as fast, I want to say, as the Clockwork, the Venomancer.
And you need that perfect combo, right? Like with Venomancer and Clock, all of these Radiant heroes, you can be... There's more leeway, right? You've got safety nets. You can be a bit sloppy, mistakes can happen, or your opponent can do something unexpected.
Yeah.
But Grimstroke and Doom, that combo to work out, you need vision, you need the targets, you need to execute.
Yeah, they really do. And so much hinges on their execution. As you said, the Doom needs to be clutch, they need to get a good bind, and even then, it's not guaranteed that they're going to win a fight. And also, how do you force a big 5-man fight where you can get those 2 core heroes bound together? Oh, never mind.
Well, you can't when you don't have 5 men.
Yeah. No 5-manning when you don't have 5 men. A good ward. At least they should know about the ward now. He got hookshotted without a rocket first, so should tell him.
If they can ever get up there.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
yes, the
tower
difficulty. Spectre now has no cooldown on this ulti, basically. 15 seconds, and she has it again. She's already level 18 plus, so getting strong.
All the towers are falling. And then you see the buddy system in play. Lifestealer is farming the wave. Tiny and ET are staggered behind him, ready to strike.
Also not a good feeling to have to go BKB second item on Tiny. Like, normally we see Tinies want to go for the blink into the, you know, Kanda build. Big damage from the Echo Saber. But his damage output is just going to be limited a lot because of this. I'm not saying it's wrong, but, you know, if he didn't go BKB, then Pango just chain controls him in the fight, but this does limit the Abed's impact as well.
Clockwork. Hellscream's just here for vision. He just wants to see who's there. Jetpacks over the top for the Spectre to kill him. And he's found Abed too. Abed. Oh, he's got TP, but I don't think he's going to be able to use it.
Oh.
An avalanche, a BKB, and he's still running.
The Nightfall doesn't want to get hookshot.
That's true. Hellscream's holding the hookshot. That's a wise move. So Abed, no options.
Well, that feels even worse, man. You buy a BKB and your 9-second BKB, you just use it and then die anyway. Man, it is tough times for Moodeng right now. 15,000 gold lead at 26. Top, we now have scouting going on as well. Spectre ulti in 5 seconds. Spectre is just dictating the entire pace of the game. She's saying, you know, you cannot show anywhere on Moodeng. At this point, they need some divine intervention. I don't understand how they're going to win a fight, to be honest. And Shopify are not giving you know, any easy outs here. They're not pushing high ground. They're just enjoying the map.
One Spectre ult and 5 Dire heroes run and hide in their base. And I don't blame them. It is so scary. Like, this map is so dark. They have 2 wards played down to the bottom lane there from their Ancients into bot lane. It's just so difficult to go play into them. They're going to smoke now. They have to do something, right? You cannot just sit in your base and wait. Yes, you're behind. Yes, morale might be low, etc. But you have to go and make moves.
Smoke and hope that you find multiple heroes on mid. That's basically the play right now. They're looking for it. Radiant are defensively scanning. Not going to find them, though, as their scan was the upper one. Tormentor gets taken. Moodeng, you have to make this move. You got to go forward, even though it's hard to press.
Well, that's a DD Tiny.
It's a good start. Get something for themselves. But they know that the moment they show on side lanes, Spectre is going to start dominating the field again. And Tomb is pushing bottom without breaking his smoke. So he doesn't get jumped.
And then Yopanj Scam smoked in behind the abandoned mid. So they can't get run out.
Here comes Hellscream. He's going in.
The Clockwork just breaking vision. Opening the eyes of the Spectre's Abed. He does go in. DD Avalanche toss. No kills yet. And the Spectre Pango combo into the back. Slaying jabs yet again. Grimstroke down and the Rolling Thunder crashing onto the Tiny. 423 trying to move in. Try and save with an infest play. But Abed and 43 getting run around in circles by the Spectre. Juking and jaunting as Pakaz Scam. They're going to get Avalanche tossed and they'll lose the Venomancer. Hellscream getting munched on. A Moodeng, a couple of support kills here go their way, but they're going to lose 3 in the trade. Now it's all about running, escaping, try and get the hell back to
Run,
Fountain.
JT.
Lifestealer might be able to, but JT is going to try and TP. The damage is coming and it's too fast.
I mean, it was
Don't
nice.
care about stuns when you've got the DPS.
Yeah, nice attempt at juking there, but the damage output is just ridiculously high right now. Spectre even has the Nemesis curse as well, so if you thought she was bursting people before, she burst them even faster now. An Aghanim Scepter in her hand also allowed her to go back into the fight even after her first pick off. And he's still doing what we said, just kill Grimstroke every single fight. I think without Grimstroke binding 2 heroes, so they get 2-hero Doom, there's no way Moodeng wins the fight. Like, Doom didn't even click his ulti even though he had a chance to do it, because he knows that it doesn't matter. They needed the double Doom.
Alright, so like we said, right, they need that vision, they need the targets, they kind of need Shopify to give them the opportunity.
Yeah, it feels like that. You hear the non-stop Spectre jumping around with the Aghanim Scepter as well. And there were
Is that
strong...
a solo kill on Lifestealer? Back in reality?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I believe he did. The BKB was on cooldown and he walked into the ward. The same ward, by the way.
The same ward.
It was never called out that it was warded.
Oh, no.
Maybe he didn't realize. He just thought that he got, hook shot by Clock scouting it with rockets, but that's unfortunate. And this is why Lifestealer went BKB to try and be ready for that silence, but maybe Manta Style was the necessary choice for the lower cooldown. BKB Lifestealer is a big commitment.
Just so many tough choices to make in this game, right? You're behind, you're trying to alleviate that pressure, you're trying to itemize to get back into the game.
Here's the question, though.
Shopify.
Even if you have BKB against Spectre jumping you there, do you feel good? Like, imagine he had BKB and he lives. Like, then you'd use BKB. It's not really better.
No.
Then you can't fight again as well. So I do feel like this should probably have been a Manta Style just for the quicker dispel or more continuous dispel throughout these engagements. Lincoln's now up on Abaddon. I like that. He's understanding. SMY and Lincoln's, this is a very stat-heavy build. As we mentioned, for Abaddon, you're a universal hero, you want stats. But also, this blocks the only combo that you and I have been talking about, how Moodeng are going to win the fight. Doom and Grimstroke. They need to throw in those big ultis.
And comes back to what you were saying about there not being many combos with the Grimstroke means there aren't that many single target spells to pop the Lincolns to begin with.
That's so true. Yeah. Very, very true. And it's going to be Aegis on Spectre now as the second Roche gets claimed. And more Lincolns are being built. We have Lincolns on Pango in just a little bit. He is only 30 gold away. And the Spectre is going for a bigger, more aggressive item choice. Going for that Hex. That's going to allow her to solo kill anyone, no matter if they have BKB or not. So it's a very wise itemization. Is really capitalizing on the advantage he has already.
And now it feels like no choice but to group up as 5 and play together as Moodeng. You have to just relinquish control of the vast majority of this map. 80% of it, give it to Shopify. Moodeng going to farm some little ogres and mud golems somewhere else, push out that top wave. But eventually they will have to come back and defend their base. That's the massive strength of Spectre and I guess Dawnbreaker in recent times. The ability to farm back and play forwards.
Yeah.
Your team's killing off Tormentor while you are gathering the farm, which no one else would possibly get on the other side of the map.
Yeah, the painful thing here for Moodeng is that now you brought everyone back home. You're defending. But look at this. Shopify are not going to push. They're just going to chill. They're going to say, okay, we'll just keep building that lead. They already have a 27,000 gold lead, but soon enough, they're just going to be able to waltz into the enemy base, and there won't be anything to stop them. They have 3 minutes on the Aegis. The real timing for them is going to be in 2 minutes from now. When Aegis is about to be reclaimed, that's when they will go high ground.
It's just such a tough spot to be in, where there's like there's things you have to do, and there's wiggle room for other things, right? As the defending team, you have to come back and defend. You don't have the strength to split push or trade or anything like that. Whereas the attacking team does not have to push. They then have the choice. They have the ability to do what they want.
Yeah, and largely because of what you mentioned, global heroes. Having this Spectre is so convenient for them. And they're using the entire field, getting all the item progression they want. Do they have the pipe complete now as well? Yes, pipe on Venomancer. So that's going to block off a lot of Radiance damage. And bottom, that's just solo kill and lifestealer.
What?
The Hex.
Wow.
Yeah, this is why you go Hex and Bloodthorn. And look at that beautiful ward. Scam was the one to place the top ward that found the kill on lifestealer before. He placed the bottom ward as well. These wards have been great for just finding kills. This one does get de-warded immediately. It's like, I was jumped in Fog of War, guys.
It's just those moments where you're like, this game's unplayable, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a carry lifestealer, 16k net worth. The Spectre just absolutely dumpsters me.
Die in like 2 seconds. Yeah, actually.
Meaningless.
She jumps in, clicks her buttons on you, and that's it.
And now we're looking at this tier 3 dying. No buyback on lifestealer. Of course, you wouldn't expect him to have it.
No.
And that's something that Shopify are exploiting tremendously well here with Roshan's banner, Abaddon pushing that tier 3, Scam going in behind with the Plague Wards to give vision and scout, and keeping JT at bay as well.
I mean, what do you do? Look at Scam's positioning. He's just in there.
Look at Tomato's positioning. He's killed Jabs for like the 10th time this game.
Nice. Because of the Venomancer just going in and giving this vision. He just understands. All he needs to do is... He works as a flashlight. You know, he's showing Spectre where the kills are. And like, look over there, Spectre. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll take that.
He's that... In the backyard, he's that security light when a deer jumps into your garden. a hedgehog is here. Go kill it. Let loose the dogs of war.
Spectre has the Aghanims ready and the ulti ready in 5 seconds. A smoke comes in. This is the final move, I think, coming in. Yopash with the wraparound.
This feels like the killing blow. Yopash has had enough.
Oh my
right onto
God,
the Doom.
it's beautiful.
Immediate dispatching of JT. No buyback available, and they're just diving past tier 4 towers behind the throne, killing off Ollie. 43's BKB is about to expire. Pakaz and Tomato ferrying them, herding them back into the fountain and forcing the GG out of Jabs. They know with no Doom here, there is no chance of survival. A last-ditch effort to get a bit of damage out, maybe a kill on Scam, but even that won't come to fruition. Game 1 victory for Shopify Rebellion. And 2, where Shopify Rebellion have already taken game 1 in this 2-game series. Moodeng looking to strike back a bit. And we've got Pakaz on the Doom, as he's looked pretty good, you know, in that first game as an off-lane player.
Yeah, I mean, he played just like a carry with no fear, basically. He played Abaddon, so he could just push those side lanes. He understood his role in the game very well. A short little pause here, as well as some technical issues for Scam. Go when ready comes out.
Pakaz has skipped a couple of letters, you know. He's going through the off-lane alphabet. He's started with Abaddon. He's missed Broodmother. He's gone straight to Doom.
Yeah, no Brood, no Beast, no Bristlebacks. We're going down to the Doom.
I can't think of any C heroes or C words. I can think of a C word, but I'm not going to say it, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So does that mean that we're going to have... wait. He went to D, but no Dawnbreaker either. He hopped down on the D list as well.
Yeah, true. Then what's next? He's going to play Earthshaker offlane? Or he's going to skip 2 letters, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What's a G? Oh, God.
It's the Gyro offlane.
Gyro off. Are there any other G heroes in the game?
I don't know. I actually can't think like that. My brain's way too slow for this.
I just keep hearing my own name in my head. Gareth.
Play yourself.
Deary me. I'm definitely not looking at hero list right now. We're gonna close that and start looking at the alphabet because bounty runes are spawning. And Jabs, he's sneaking. Can he get it? Can he steal it? Hellscream and Yopaj are there, taking up the bounty rune for the 2-for-2 trade.
Yeah, 2-for-2, so even start for both teams. No unfair advantages. And he did skill the Invis on bounty. Sometimes you want to start without Invis, and sometimes having Invis is nice. I think against the Phoenix, it's nice to start with Invis so you can sneak up on him, get those attacks on him. But certain lanes you want to have Jinata or Shuri.
Are there only two G heroes in the Gyro and Grimstroke?
Oh, the Grimstroke off lane. That's what's coming up.
Yeah, of course it is. Right, enough funny business. Skem's got the sentry. And Jam's going to have to back up. But JT has dragged the wave, so he's going to be able to settle himself right in front of the tower a bit more comfortably.
Yeah.
What's JT? Is JT dragging the wave into range creep?
Yeah, he's just trying to keep the creep wave alive for a long time. So you dragged him into a jacuzzi there to keep the creep wave from dying. Just trying to manipulate it as long as possible. So you can see now the next wave is coming from Radiant. Meanwhile, top lane, kind of similar things. The lane already back a little bit towards Shopify's side.
And Hellscream again on this clockwork, being an absolute nuisance. Getting up there,
duked.
blocking small camp.
Duke twice, though.
Dodge the cogs.
Not getting mana burned.
Good side steps. And then Jabs down bottom, trying to keep this pressure on, but the double sentries from Skem making life a little awkward for the bounty hunter here.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
is it Jabs' job to bring counter sentries to deward these, or is that a waste of money?
He needs it. He needs counter sentries. He prioritized getting the small camp blocked, and his big camp does exist, so it's pretty good. The jungle status is good for him, but the fact that he can't show on the lane at all right now because of the sentries makes the game hard for him. Did a good job unpulling the one Radiant melee creep there.
Oh, yeah.
Using the aggro mechanics.
And then mid lane, Abed against Yopaj, Lina versus Earthshaker. Quite often I'd look at this and think, well, Lina versus melee hero. But Earthshaker has proven in a lot of matchups to hold his own with his Slugger facet.
Yeah, Slugger facet does a lot of damage, and it's difficult to stop a Shaker from farming. Lina does kind of take over the lane the more levels she gets. Dragon Slave damage is going to start adding up. But for now, Shaker doing quite well. I like the win for a 2 points Fiery Soul build. I wasn't sure about this build until I started spamming a lot of Lina at one point, like a year back or something. And having 2 points just makes all the difference. You get double the attack speed. It really helps.
You get so many hits in on your opponent. You burn through that early regen pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, now it's difficult for Yopaj already to get close.
That's where it becomes a little more untenable in the lane. While Lotus is gathered up on the right-hand side by the Dragon Knight, they get on top of Jabs with his Phoenix and DK. The damage is coming from the Fiery Spirits and the right-click, but Bounty Hunter gets under tower and his Tang going up.
Tango and the tower region, keeping the bounty alive there. His HP was staying static on 30 HP there for a while. But good damage dealt, and that means that now they can go back, get a pull for themselves. Also, Dragon Knight farming up the big camp. So Shopify off to a good start on bottom lane. Obviously, the bounty is a much weaker lane support than Phoenix is, so it is expected they should be struggling a bit. But I still think Shopify doing a good job. And top lane seems like 4-2-3 just wants to push the lane all the time and have pulls happening. So that's why we see Warlock dewarding again. Actually, all the supports are moving for the control of the runes, the water rune.
Yeah. Minute 4.
Every single support is here.
Oh, and Yopaj being forced back by this bounty hunter, but Hellscream has caught Abed with the cogs. Ollie has moved in with a Shadow Word on the Earthshaker, while Phoenix dives into the back onto Abed. Abed's dying to the battery assault, and the damage kills him off. First blood for Skem, but Ollie kills Yopaj's Earthshaker.
Oh my god, Yopaj stayed alive long enough there using his magic stick, tangles, and fog of war. Everything he had at his disposal just not to feed the first blood. So thanks to that, Phoenix can be very happy. Now top lane, not really looking like they can kill a Doombringer without getting Gyro 2 involved. It'll be fine. Yeah, he's still Doombringer to me. Me old.
The Doombringer. Yeah, I mean, I still call Nature's Prophet Furion, and Tusk is Tuskar.
I just feel like Doombringer is a better name for someone who has an ulti called Doom. Being named Doom and then using Doom, it feels... I don't know. He brings Doom. That's what he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bristleback with his spell called Bristleback.
He's bringing Bristle back.
can if he wants to. He's got to write a song about it first, though.
He does. Thank you for noticing that.
The Justin Timberlake it was, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Jabs is keeping an eye on the supports who are stealing away Lina's jungle camp. Yeah, they're going to use a dust and not find him. So kind of fine for him. Hellscream runs after Oli. Oli has boots and Hellscream doesn't, so he's going to be fine here until the Phoenix comes in. Maybe they can catch him. Body blocks?
Yeah, and Pakaz Doom walks across from the lane, comes in to help out. A very early active game, as we expected already, but Shopify are making the steps first, right?
Yeah, they are. I also think that they may have a little bit better core heroes to leave alone right now on the side lanes. Like, you get a Dragon Knight against the Pango. I think he's very happy to be left to his own device. Whereas the Pango is going to farm, sure, but this is ideal for Dragon Knight. He needs to get, that early farm. He's going to go for, what I call almost the Duracho Skeeter build approach to the Mage Slayer instead of the Mask of Madness or Armlet. So definitely looking to be more involved. Not the AFK farming style that we have seen in the past.
Right, and that's usually Mage Slayer into Blink, right?
Yep, exactly. You play it almost like a mid Dragon Knight used to play.
God's given him cleave, and he's going to cleave his way to aggression, not farming.
It's a smart choice because overall people already know how to play against the usual greed style, I think, and this just brings more tempo and makes more sense in this game.
Yeah, and if your weakness here is the Lina, you're trying to itemize against that early on, and good sign. And Tomato here is readying himself for the dangers to come.
Dire's middle tower is under
Wisdom Rune's not going to get sniped or stolen though. Scam and Jabs already there to take them.
Yeah, just a fair trade, 1-for-1. Jab still struggling to really find an easy connection on something on this bounty hunter. Only level 4.
Coming through the gate now, though, to help him. Oli and 4-2-3, Gyro, Warlock. They've pushed the top lane, so they come down here, farm out a couple of the small camps. They see the Dragon Knight now as well as his dragon form ends. And that'll lead to JT and Jabs running forward to dive onto tier 1. Rolling Thunder and the call down coming. TP starting to arrive to save this DK, but I don't know if they're in time. The Echo Slam, turnaround play on the Pango. Yopaj has come in, saved the DK. Ooh. And JT's in trouble. Blood Grenade on him, pops the 20 wand. Still alive for now, while Ollie's dead to scam.
The bottom block.
But JT blocked by the illusions.
That's so nice. Yopaj just bringing those illus over as well. Everything at your disposal. That was a great counter TP. They keep the Dragon Knight on the field and farming, and ulti's, really proving to be useful there. Shaker with a quick reaction. Like, Yopaj just said, we're killing this Pango. It's happening.
A very eager move from Moodeng. Not paying off at all. And not only do they not kill a DK, but DK is now healed up, pushed back his lane. Mid lane's now reoccupied by Yopaj as he continues farming towards his blink. So you've moved, a lot of the pieces from Moodeng to that bottom lane to not really gain too much.
Yeah. Yeah, now they could also think about top lane. They have Doom ready. Ooh, he raised his hands. He wants this Doom. I think Pakaz just throwing a little bit of threat to Gyrocopter, trying to keep him from farming.
Oh, what are you going to do about it? Run away.
Warlock is up here, trying to get experience.
And the Hellscream comes back down bottom to defend the Dragon Knight. And Shopify putting pressure on multiple sides of the map. Get on top of Ollie. Gyro, he's picking him here, but he's been doomed and killed.
Yeah. We see this a lot from Doom players lately. Just, happy to use the Doom even for a support. Just throw the Doom back to farming. Better to get a kill for sure than to maybe not get it and overcommit.
Alright, kill's a kill. And then you've got Hellscream helping Skem to get level 6. And Phoenix is about to hit it off of the camp they're clearing up top.
Yeah, got it
that
now.
Could lead to a kill on this Gyro. 4-2-3 showed himself, and they've got deep ward coverage now. They know exactly what's going on. Chuck some stuff at this Gyro, force a reaction. 2 TPs do come in to rotate and help as 4-2-3 clears out the clockwork. Supernova laid down as Dragon Knight's come in to maybe kill off the Warlock. A couple of hits should take down Ollie, but he's got into the tree line, tucked away and hidden. Finished off finally. Dragon Knight gets the kill, but quite a lot expended here by Shopify, and not too much in return as the prize. Phoenix might even die still. Has no TP, has a dive ready, but slain up in that northern jungle.
Yeah, that backfired in the end. I'm a little bit confused why they didn't drop the supernova immediately when Clockwork caught the gyrocopter. He waited and held it for so long, waiting for, you know, more people to be there perhaps, but ultimately the fight turns out to be quite good reaction coming out from Moodeng.
And a bit of breathing room for them.
Yeah.
Pango is kind of isolated and stuck up here a bit, but he gets to push out the wave, farm up as well, while Gyrocopter tucks back into the jungle.
Ooh, the Haste Rune Shaker has ulti ready, looking for Gyrocopter, who is going into a jungle. Oh no, the stack camp gonna backfire on you, buddy.
No, that's not good. Gyrocopter dead. Camp stolen. And a big victory there.
That is so value, getting in there, not only getting the kill, but also stealing the stack. Shaker gonna get his blink on the back of that, so gets a nice payoff.
In mid lane.
Bounty is dusted up. Did not expect to get caught here.
Fisher's ready, but he doesn't land the stun. And no follow through.
Yeah, no hook shot yet either from the Clockwork. Not really level 6 yet. Again, Jab's not dying, stays alive.
Jaro TP's mid, trying to hold on to these objectives. But it's all getting a little messy now. We saw, you know, Abed got these boots to travel, TP bottom. It felt like Moodeng wanted to play through Lina down bottom, kick the DK out. But then they've got to react to the move that's mid because Jabs is there. So Abed has to kind of move himself. Gyro now is TP'd in. They're seeming a little lost on where to be and what to do on the map, whereas Shopify seem pretty crisp.
Yeah, very nice move as well, using the gate from the low ground, getting up to the top part of the map. I actually think if he had to use the gate normally by walking up on the high ground, he may have gotten caught by the Pango.
Oh yeah, real possibility.
But yeah, it's going to be a tier 1 for tier 1 on side lanes. Meanwhile, we have some farming being done on the rest of the heroes using the map.
Everyone back on the same page. The memo was spread out between the Moodeng members saying, hey, let's get it together, do something all at once. And Jabs in the mid lane, burnt down by the Fiery Spirits and this Earthshaker control.
We're seeing a lot of value from this Phoenix. Phoenix is doing a lot as well. Like, a great jump by Shaker for sure. But Phoenix has been involved in so many of the kills already. 4, 1, and 3 out of the 8 kills. He's been in 7 of them.
But we're about to reach the fun part of the game for Moodeng, right? Bounty on the track?
Trackies, yeah, they do need it. He's not had a very good start, only being part of 2 kills at the start of the game like this. He's been a bit underpowered compared to the strength of the Phoenix early on.
Did you say trackies?
Yeah, trackies.
Trackies?
You need your trackies, yeah, you need your trackies. That's what all bounty hunters need.
Interesting. Like, in British English, trackies are like a tracksuit, like sweatpants and...
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, so you put your trackies on to go and play football, you know?
Very
so
good.
It's like, where have you picked up this word from?
The trackies, yeah.
The trackies.
Okay, now I know how to outfit my bounty hunter. Make a trackies set for him.
That's what we need.
Show up in some Adidas.
They're all gathered around this mid lane. They you know, so desperately want to fight right now with Golem, with Track, Rolling Thunder ready, Moodeng kind of itching for Shopify to make a misstep.
They are, but at the same time, Shopify just playing very, very patiently, using the map. They are pushing out top lane all the way, but while DK is farming, Phoenix is jungling a lot. He already has 1800 gold on this Phoenix. I'm wondering what's going to be the item. We sometimes see the Nullifier Rush, you know, Hex Rush, Radiance, Burn?
More burn?
I wouldn't mind it. You could see Orchid as well. Let's see what it is.
Could you get away with the offlane build of Shivers as a support with this much money?
Yeah, definitely. Shivas is very common. It plays really well on Phoenix because you have so little armor otherwise. The Shivas would make him not only lower the kill potential onto his egg by the attack speed reduction, but also make his normal state stronger. The body of the Phoenix would be more usable.
Well, the smoke was scouted. The Dire Observer Ward in that bottom jungle barely out of range of the sentry by about a pixel. Yeah. The Moodeng They know something's coming, and they are going to smoke themselves, because, again, they want to fight. They just want to fight on their terms.
Smoke on smoke, but looks like they're going around on Shopify. They might not realize the Dragon Knight is possibly in danger.
In big danger. Goes for the Watcher.
He has the blink ready.
He's blinked. He's blinked to the right-hand side. Now he can regroup with his team.
Lina?
And Lina's the one that's isolated. Lina's the one that's caught out. Hook shot, Cogs. Throws the Laguna Blade at the Clockwork, but Lina is dead. Now the rest of Moodeng trying to figure out how to enter this fight. They drop the rock on the Clockwork down in the sauna. They've killed off Hellscream, but now they still have to deal with the DK, Earthshake, and Phoenix with ultis ready. There's the Echo Slam, Yopaj onto the Pango and the Bounty Hunter. Dragonite opens up the damage, gets a double kill. Ollie puts the upheaval down. In the soup they are, but the Doom is on the gyro in multiple ways. Pakar will chase him down and slice him out. Cannot deny to neutrals, and the Dragonite is just going to keep on pushing tower. A disaster for Moodeng there. Shopify blessed with the positioning.
Oh, it all looked like it was going to go so well, but Lina walked into what was warded in the jacuzzi there. When she went down into the water area, there was actually a high ground ward behind her that saw him. So unfortunate for him. Looked like they had a better end of the positioning until that moment. And look at that Yopaj positioning on that ulti. Beautiful jump. Even gets the auto attack from the high ground with the extra range on the enchant totem. Yopaj is playing very clean this game.
Yeah, looking so good. And that all stems from a smoke under Dire Vision as well. You know, what more could Moodeng want? What more could they be given?
It's also a tough fight to take because Gyrocopter opted to go for the Aghanim's first build, but he didn't have it completed. Still needs 600 more gold for that point booster, so he was off a huge power spike to, get a big item completed. Right now, just running around with a bit of stats.
And JT has the Rolling Thunder down bottom defensively. Kind of trapped in the cogs, makes his way around and out. But Earthshaker, that well-timed stun, JT dived upon. Skem's going for this. Gets the damage on him and opens up for the hook shot. So Hellscream's arrived. No cogs ready. They were a second away from cooling down, and Ollie is able to upheaval to slow the advance.
Oh yeah, did you know there's a way you can actually bring Pango out of his roll? It can happen in this game. Like, you can just stop the roll immediately. One of the abilities in the game. It's a little bit of a hint, but it's the Shaker. It's the Fisher. If you Fisher head on, like right into a Pango, you can cancel his ulti.
Is that what happened there?
No, that wasn't it. But it can be done. It's very precise. And it's a long time since I saw it, so maybe that bug is fixed by now. But it is doable. You just throw it at the right angle.
So it's like if the Fisher is perpendicular to the trajectory of the
It needs to be head on, like straight ahead into it.
Well, hang on. Supernova up at top. DK's in, but it can't protect it.
Nice
is
stun.
down. Another Lina with the damage. Back on the DK. Pakar's Doom, though, just opens up on this gyro, and Lina is there in trouble. Another rock dropped in here. Ollie gets the land onto the Dragon Knight, and Timado's going to die. A double kill for Abed emerges.
Huge turnaround there. Abed with a beautiful 2-hero stun. And then the follow-up, of course, coming in with the Warlock Golem. At least they don't lose Pakas, but he was almost in danger as well if he was caught in the Warlock ulti. Good fight for them. They get those valuable trackies, Gareth, that we were talking about. Get those track kills. They have the Urn as well on Bounty. So now he has some Urn charges to work with. Always a good feeling when you're playing against what's already 2 Blink heroes. It might be 3 if Doom picks up a Blink later.
Now we have Aghanims on Lina as well. So the fact that Gyrocopter is, quite far behind where he wants to be, got his Aghanim Scepter working on BKB, you've now got this potential active hero on the map with Abed's Lina able to go and make stuff happen alongside the Warlock, Pango, Bounty Hunter. So you've got the space creators ready now.
Yeah, Lina is a hero that on mid lane is pretty greedy until she has the trio of items. She needs Travels, Shard, and Aghanims, and then she can really start cooking people, and she has all that now. Her damage output is going to be absurd. But the preparation is there too. Pakas already has the pipe in just 10 gold on Doom. So damage reduction from those magical nukes is going to be very important. Mage Slayer, Pipe, they're itemizing very well to prep for a Lina burst.
You bloody need it, don't you? Against this hero.
By the way,
comes out the fog.
update on the Phoenix. He did go for Shivas. He doesn't have it yet, but he has the full veil and 1800 gold, so not too far off. He needs 1600 more gold, and he will have the entire thing.
He's fattening up. A nice plump Phoenix.
I like the way that Picasso is playing. You can really tell that he has, you know, shed the weights of being a carry. He's like, oh, I'm just an offlaner now. I can be more aggressive. I can get in there. If they kill me, it's not the end of the world. And this is how you need to approach the game as an offlaner. You need to be a bit greedier and take those risks.
It's like aggressive greed, right? It's like, oh,
yes.
The perceived value of my hero's life is no longer worth as much, so I can put myself in harm's way.
Exactly. He understands not only that he needs to go for more kills, but that he needs to go for the more, you know, valuable farm. Take farm that the opponents want to farm, because then it's basically double value. If you farm a creep camp, you get some gold. If you farm the enemy's creep camp, the enemy also doesn't get that gold.
Oh. Thinking about the roll.
In the smoke.
Gyro's TP in.
Okay, they cancel the blink, jump him. They're on the
Onto
DK.
the DK. With the Golem, Fatal Bond's only on creeps though, and this Dragon Knight with Mage Slayer 15-1 charges, he's still dropping pretty low. Dragon Knight is about to be burnt down. I felt like there was going to be some kind of reaction there from Shopify, but they said no, leave the DK. He's dead, we're back up. Think about a way to take the next team fight. They've spent all their cooldowns.
Yeah, they were too split up there. Didn't really want to go. The Shaker wasn't with them. Tough fight to take. I mean, they could maybe try and turn it around with a Phoenix Egg, but I also think he would just insta-die to Lina, taking him down. But now they're trying to take a fight when all the abilities are on cooldown. Moodeng literally used every single ability, so even if they have 5 heroes alive, I actually think it's Shopify Rebellion who are stronger right now.
This big tug of war.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Moodeng out on the opposite side of the map now. They're trying to kind of hold on to this tier 2, poking and prodding at waves, but not using too many resources to keep it alive. Well, Pakar's back into the enemy ancients and taking a lot of the resources, like you say, away from Moodeng, but getting tracked while he's doing it. Yeah, Jam's able to keep tabs on him.
It's providing some vision. But for now, it looks like Lina and Gyrocopter, Pango, all of them are just off farming. Whereas it's Shopify Rebellion who look like they want to make a move with next Dragon Form up in 5 seconds, going for this mid tower. There it is. Let's go. And just the Bounty Hunter here to pick up the experience of the push. No defense without the Warlock ulti.
Dragon Knight item build. I mean, a couple of years ago, could you believe this?
Yeah.
Carry Dragon Knight with a Mage Slayer Hurricane Pike.
This would have been a hard item build to guess who it is, honestly. It's like, what? What is this?
But like, first of all, what is Mage Slayer, I guess?
Yeah, like,
Big
what?
question. Albert up at top, he's been found here. The hook shot from Hellscream and a follow through from Yopaj and Skem, thinking about where to put the Fissure to block off Lina the most effectively. And that's going to do it for him. Light Striker Ray delays the inevitable demise of Abed. It looked like Moodeng were trying to move across the map to maybe fight and save him, but
it wasn't far away that he flew away there and get to safety, but the Cogs keeps him locked in place. No way out. Shaker
this is good though. Yopaj walks right into a Pango and a Bounty Hunter. And this Earthshaker's pretty tanky though, as he just holds his ground. Being burst down, jumps away off to the left. Black Cannon and cooldown are coming. Earthshaker finally dead as the Gyro's doomed up. Pakans will give chase onto 423. They drop the Golem onto the Dragon Knight, only trying to save his own skin. Backs up into the tree line, but obliterated by this DK. Odd.
Yeah, a little bit of a messy fight there to say, but, you know, for being a Lina dead, I think they're still happy to go in and get a kill on that Shaker. Also getting a track kill is, again, valuable for them, but yeah, I like the Pango's build, going Blink into Harpoon. Always so nice. Difficult to get away from, even for Shaker, who has Aghanim Scepter. Your jump can actually get cancelled by being pulled back by Harpoon.
I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. Did I Shaker buy BKB and sell it at one point?
Maybe he saved up for it and then changed his mind. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
He didn't use a BKB at some point, but yeah, maybe he bought it and then immediately changed his mind.
Maybe I was just clicked on somebody else. I thought, yeah, never mind. Blink Ags.
It's okay.
Good
We're all
old
going
build.
crazy. The Doom, by the
Slowly
way,
losing
is
our
going to go
minds.
for S and Y build, the sort of popularized build, the movement speed focus, instead of going for Blink Dagger. I think this is the correct choice in this game as well. And Kaz just, he looks very natural on playing off lane, I have to say.
So far with the heroes he's been given, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's 3-0 and 6 in this game, farming greatly.
I'm very curious how his Beastmaster-like situation is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's the possibility they straight up just don't play those heroes. A lot of people say that they don't want to play, like, micro heroes, for instance, but Beastmaster isn't really much micro in the current patch. It's very minimal micro, since the bird is auto microing. Oh, the Yule Scepter set up on Bounty.
And trapped in the cogs. And Jabs taken out. This tier 2 push can continue.
Nice play.
Dragonite catapult away
They're
behind
doing a
him.
good job of utilizing these timings where Warlock Golem is on cooldown. They know that they don't want to fight. Moodeng do not want to take an engagement without having their biggest ability, the Warlock ulti, ready. 20 seconds still. They're going for a steal in the Tormentor.
No contest there.
Oh, free shard for Clockwork.
Feels good.
Good feeling to be able to fly around and provide that vision.
And again, a situation where Shopify sweep in, take an area of the map, soak up all the resources, and then are quickly, off into the night. Go onto the other side of the map to take their own Tormentor, and they can now start thinking about playing towards Roshan. It's night time. They can take that top left corner of the map and try and play through tier 2 top there. They can push.
Yeah, finally starting to get a bit of an advantage. We had a pretty close and even game in terms of gold. Still only a 4k lead for Radiant. We're starting to build up. Comes another goal on the Shaker. He has a nice improve, but is it enough?
Oh, he jumps away. Fisher to block them. Rolling Thunder still coming in with a Light Strike Array and the damage to clear him out. Again, expenditure from Moodeng, but a kill's a kill. I just don't know how that check and balance actually works out. Was it worth it? I mean, if they can get more, potentially, but JT is quite deep there. Going into the waiting arms of Pakaz and Scam, who are ready with Hellscream's hook shot. They move back in onto Jabs. A little bit of poking here to see if Moodeng react maybe a little bit too over eagerly, but it's Shopify Rebellion again, just rebuffing the additional efforts. They've lost their Earthshaker, and they've got to wait for him to respawn while Moodeng finally out on the map to go and get something bigger.
Here comes the question though. No Warlock ulti. What's gonna happen now? Moodeng are trying to get the Roche before the fight comes, but Shopify smoke up. They're gonna move over there. I think they're in time to stop this Roche as well. This is awkward for Moodeng, who have expended their abilities. No Pang ulti, no Warlock ulti. They're going the long way around. They will break.
They see the bounty hunter. Is Jabs, is his death going to give them time? No, they're giving up on Roche. They're trying to evacuate now. They're on the high ground by the Twin Gate.
They're still
but
here, though.
Doom just walks up there. BKB Gyro, you've been doomed up. Yule's on the Clockwork. You're not escaping. That Fisher into Blink Jump. Yopaj with a Supernova over the top of it. Sunray burning the Gyro down. And Shopify just come in and clap Moodeng. Destroy the Pango on the north side of the fight with an Echo Slam. Roshan belongs to them. And like you say, without any spells, the Dire just cannot fight back.
No. Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a blunder by Moodeng. Either they need to commit and try and take that Roche before they die, but they were really just caught with their pants down. Going for this Roche attempt was a bit greedy. Their damage wasn't really fast enough. And Shopify, on point. They understand the game perfectly. They say, okay, no Pang ulti, no Warlock ulti. This is a free team fight. They just blink in confidently and run them over.
Jab's there with a pause. I don't know if he needs to plug his mic in and out again. The team didn't hear him. It really felt like Jabs was in a position where he's saying, I'm giving my life so you finish Roshan, right? A bounty hunter scouting. He's kind of out there dangling.
Yeah. Yeah, he was trying to provide, the delay and make sure no wraparound is happening. If the wraparound is coming, he can at least give time for Roche. But honestly, they were just kind of lacking the damage output. They don't take that fast of a Roche.
Shopify straight onto tier 2. The Aegis on their DK. Feeling very comfortable.
Satanic as well, and look at the neutral item. All his items are just giving him more survivability at this point.
So incredibly tanky.
I don't know how you killed this man. It's looking tough.
Well, we've seen it, right? They need to cast every single spell they've got.
That was before, Gareth. I don't know if that works anymore.
Oh, now? Okay.
That was before he had a Vindicators, Aegis, and Satanic. Now it's a tough deal.
That's true.
Oh, they jumped up. Pango.
The pushback with Hurricane Pop.
Anti-combo.
The Yules to stop the roll-up. Yopaj is in. The Golem's dropped. Ollie maybe can save the Pango's life. JT gets off the Rolling Thunder. But it's all defensively used here while the DK seems like he's under no real threat. He's got multiple lives. He's popped his Satanic. They can kill him the once. Yeah, great. Dragonite dead one time.
Can
now
he get him again?
Follow through required. They've got to kill him twice here. Light Strike Array, the stun, the damage is coming, but half HP, that just doesn't cut it.
Oh.
Kaz moves forward, but they've got the kill. DK down. Now they've done it. Doom in trouble too. Blade Mail popped. Speedy guy, but he's down and out. Moodeng hold their base. 2 massive kills for them.
All right. Gareth, listen here. Here's how you kill the Dragonites. He blinks into your base and Hurricane Pikes himself deeper into your base. How's that for a plan? That was actually an unfortunate coordination error there. They used the Hurricane Pike to push the Pango out, trying to get him into a bad spot, but that missed the hook shot. They didn't communicate about this. This was not really on the same page, and unfortunately that led to a massive loss. Losing the Aegis, losing your Dragonite, and Doom died as well. Just huge stuff from Moodeng now, who can actually go out on the map, fix the lanes a bit, and this was without them having to, risk anything. The fight was in your own base.
Close to a 5k swing. We've gone from what, there's like 8k lead?
Yeah.
They're now down to 3.
Enormous. Might have a fight brewing down here as Hellscream runs into Jabs. Jabs trying to body block the hook shot, but doesn't manage to.
Traps the gyro in the cogs, allows this Phoenix to come over as the Clockwork, dodging away from some of the damage and control with a nice Yule Scepter and Glimmer Cape. Yopaj, he's back in though. Another jump is ready, but he doesn't want to go too deep. No overextending from him. While Rolling Thunder in the back, JT is still trying to get onto this Clockwork. Cogs and the maneuverability not enough from Hellscream to escape. And JT is looking at this Phoenix now. Great supernova timing. Dodges the Light Strike Array and Yopaj in with the Blink Echo. They found the Lina, but she's drifted out of there. Saved by her team and kept at bay. Both sides throwing everything into these fights. And so far, the support's dying, but Pakaza's Doom has been brought down by Jab's Bounty Hunter as he walked into the dangerous territory, and Phoenix stunned up as well. Abed there clips onto the Phoenix to get that kill, and this game has turned on its head.
It really has. It all falls back to the previous engagement where they lost their Aegis. Now they don't have that advantage. And this bottom fight dragged out in a very scrappy way. That's the kind of way that Moodeng want to fight. They want to have these, weird initiations where the fight keeps going. Whereas Shopify, they want to blow someone up with the Shaker ulti. You want to get a big kill. But Gyrocopter was kept alive. Good saves coming out both on Gyrocopter and on the Lina. We see the defensive items. Glimmer Cape, Solar Crest, Force Staff. These supports on Moodeng are really ready to save their course.
Yeah, and very clear, right? Shopify wanted to play top into the enemy base. They've got wards there. They wanted to play Northern Jungle, being sucked into this fight, into a swamp of upheaval and flak cannons. Now, the bottom side of the map is not where, when, or why they want to be fighting. Well done by Moodeng to really drag them down into the mud with them.
Oh my god, the gold graph tells the story right now. They were 8k ahead with Aegis, and now it's just flipped all the way down to 4k, 5k behind even at this point.
Trackies.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's so important getting those extra kills. By the way, you do get track gold for killing Aegis. Something that I didn't know until, a few months back. So if you ever fight against someone with Aegis, make sure you track them before they die and then track them again. You can double dip on that.
Just the same as like Legion Duel and stuff like that, right? A kill's a kill.
Yeah, essentially. And we see a big move coming in mid. Dragon Knights ready to lead the way. They want that Lina, but she snuck away, getting invised by Bounty Hunter Shard.
And Bounty with a gem does walk under vision there. Sentry gives away his positioning. But Jabs, the hook shot. They see him finally. They need to expend a few tools. But Jabs is still alive.
Another force staff.
Heal, another force staff. They've got so many tools to disengage.
Yeah, I like the Warlock went back for 4-staff as well. Double 4-staff against Clockwork, against Fisher from Shaker. It's great to have. And we even see the Gyrocopter queuing up Hurricane Pike himself.
They're feeling themselves now. They know they've got the upper hand.
Right,
Front foot
so.
forward.
It's a good time to smoke towards the Wisdom Rune if they want to. 35 minutes coming up just now. Of course, defensive scan though. Shopify realized this as well. They hold the high ground with the Shaker. I like that move. Gonna play it safe though and get out.
Oh, another second scan. Radiant. It turns red.
Yeah.
Shopify knows they're coming.
They know what's up. They're not gonna get caught by this. Shopify they're on top of their game as well, backing out, but Moodeng still feeling confident with all these abilities ready. When they have green lights go at the top of the screen, you see all those little ultis ready, then Moodeng are the stronger team right now. I think Shopify almost need to drag this game out to the point of having Octarine refresher on Shaker and like get to that stage of the game. The Dragon Knight Pyro Spike is kind of fading now. Since he didn't go for the burst damage build, he's tanky, but Gyrocopter hits extremely hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he might be feeling that punch pretty soon here. Zamado slips away from this smoke maneuver, and 4-2-3 shows on the lane. So Shopify know pretty much where Moodeng are sat right now. And we enter this waiting period for next Roshan. 45 seconds till fast spawn.
Rune control is in favor of Shopify, so while they're behind overall, they're going to be able to get themselves the Illusion Rune. They still have that Shield Rune on Shaker for a while as well. Big positioning here. Top is the area. They did see Clockwork, and I think Shaker was spotted as well for a little bit.
That funny little ward around mid. I definitely see Pakaz now, as he's tracked up by Jabs.
Yeah.
Do we have any big dispels or anything on the Radiant team? Do we need some
Lina
Lotuses?
is target.
Or...
Look at Lina on the other side of the map.
Oh, they found her? Oh,
watch her.
Yopaj. Hello! On this twin gate, has to BKB and fly away. Do we have a hook shot from Clockwork? He's eyeing up this Lina and maybe wanting to go for it because team is behind him, coming in as backup. Pakaz and Yopaj, they're here, and Lina is real dead.
No way out of that one.
Oh, look at that timing as well. Roshan alive in 30 seconds, Lina dead for 90.
Yeah, that's real rough, actually. 90 seconds without your Lina. How do you hold this area at all? Pango's gonna go in with the roll.
He is.
But he doesn't have any bounty or gyro here, so this is more of a get-out roll. Not sure. He's kind of just rolling around. He might be in danger if he doesn't really get out.
Scouting roll? Chaos roll.
Yeah, try to delay them, I guess. He delays the Roche take a little bit by just causing some action, but it's not going to be enough for Lina to respawn. And now you don't have roll, so, I mean, good luck contesting this. They're trying, though. They're actually going for it.
He's just acting like, one of the streakers on a football pitch, right? Like, look at me! La 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 la! not doing anything meaningful at all, just making a lot of noise.
Yeah,
Shopify in the pit.
They're attempting to go in. The Roche has been slowed down.
Oh, this is getting so awkward. Like, do we go back and fight? Do we get a pick off, a jump, a blink, but no stun? The Glimmer, the Force, gets a bit of distance, but Ollie's still caught. They've got reveal on him. They see the Warlock. The damage is coming, and they've got the kill. While Doom in the back, he's got an opening here onto the Pango with a Doom. His teammates are quite distant, though. They see the Gyro on the other side, where Hellscream has hook-shotted onto him. 4-2-3 is their primary target, and with that Blink Echo Slam, they've got the kill. And now Lina's respawning in 10 seconds, thinking, I've got to wait 70 for the Gyro now?
Yeah, now rolling after Doom. He doesn't have BKB, but he has Pipe available. Still pretty tanky.
Oh, the Harpoon kind of pulled him to the high ground and pushed to the low ground, but dead regardless.
Now the Lina is
good
in.
Kill on the Doom. Lina arrives at the Roche pit. Roshan dead. Aegis claimed. And Abed's like, okay, get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore, but he's going to get Blink stunned. Oh, the Lincoln Sphere is going to pop the stun. And Timado now the one potentially overreaching in a little danger, but Yopaj provides that cover. So many layers of aggression and defense from both of these teams. Very difficult to latch onto a target and finish them off with the maneuverability everybody seems to have.
Shopify finally say, okay, let's get out of this area. We don't need to be here. Just gonna dip out and go to a different part of the map. But that was a lot of effort to try and stop this Roche attempt. In the end, the Aegis does get claimed by the Dragon Knight. They couldn't really stop it, and they lost their gyrocopter, which is the big blow to their momentum as well. We're dead for quite a while. This is a chance for Shopify to keep doing stuff around their shaker.
And Hellscream has just looked immaculate on this clockwork. Finding openings, making plays, putting himself in harm's way to allow his team to follow through, and killing off jabs, another piece of the Moodeng puzzle that's removed along with the gem on the floor. Pango, though, rolls in. Yes.
Easy gem.
I've arrived. Your DoorDash with a gem is at your door in the fountain.
Recovered. Bring it back. Yeah, this feels like they're losing grip on the game, and some of it I feel like Moodeng stressed for the Roche fight, but also they kind of need to get lifesteal on Gyrocopter even into this Doom. Not having this Danik, like he wasn't fighting Doom, but he just dies to Dragon Knight fighting him, Shaker killing him. He's queuing up the SNY next, which isn't a bad item at all for him to have. I can totally see why in this game with all these stunts. But you almost wish that he had the ability to heal up in the fight. These dragged out fights.
Yeah, I mean, even just like a neutral item or something, right?
Yeah.
Or a Vlad's on a Warlock, something.
That's true. It's the support's job. Report them. Where's my lifesteal bounty hunter? Bounty opted to go for a Lotus Orb in this game, which is obviously also really, really good. Against the Doom, against the Dragon Knight, even to dispel some of the stuff from Phoenix.
Right, that's what I was asking you before that montage of chaos kicked off. Radiant team, usually when I'm playing against a bounty hunter or a warlock, I'm buying dispels. I want to get rid of fade to bonds. I want to get rid of track. Now you're playing against bounty and warlock, and we don't have like that many tools.
Yeah, no, they went for the early Yule Scepter on the Clockwork, but that's only for yourself.
Yeah,
I agree. They could do quite well with a Lotus. I think Phoenix could have gone second item Lotus perhaps instead of a Solar Crest, but when you have Dragon Knight, you want Solar Crests. You want to buff that hero. Does that make sense? DK gets jumped mid. Very
that's
low
3,500 raw dragon health. You're not breaking through that.
Yeah. Yeah, for 4.5k is a bit too much. All that armor as well. Pango is all physical damage, and well, Dragon Knight kind of shrugs that off.
He certainly does. And then with an overwhelming blink, he's in your base. Roshan's banner on the floor, keeping that one melee creep glyphed up, tanking the tower like an absolute champion. Dire glyph to hold on for now. If they want to hold on to this lane of barracks, though, they've got to make a move and kill off this banner.
Blink.
Lincoln's popped, blink, echo slam, gyrocopter, half HP, dropping low, but the golem with the fatal bonds, and that Laguna blade clears through Placars. Hellscream now in trouble as well, and they've saved the gyro, kept 423 alive, killed off 2, and chasing for more. Dragon Knight with an Aegis is about to die on the doorstep of the Dire base. Shopify Rebellion, another step too far. A bridge over troubled water here, as the Dragon Knight is going to get shredded.
Man, it's the same place where the last Aegis was lost, this top part. This time, you know, it's understandable how they jump, but when all of them clump up like that, the Warlock just reigns supreme. That was just, I mean, Oli basically won the fight for them on his own there, dropping a beautiful Chaotic Offering, the Fatal Bonds, and then a slow. From there on, it was easy pickings for his team. And also we saw, of course, the Lina damage output. One big detail to mention is that 423, who was extremely low from getting jumped, did not immediately panic and run back. He actually, with low HP, turned around and got those attacks out as well with Flak Cannon. And yeah, they knew what was going to happen that fight. They dangled the Gyrocopter as a bait and then completely slammed down all their abilities.
And now, it's Moodeng taking that lane of barracks mid. They've defended top, they've come out across the enemy side. This Gyrocopter sat around 1,000 health. Looking a little risky there, but he's able to back up. Healed by the Warlock as the Lina moves in. The blink jump onto Abed, though, from Yopaj. The Echo Slam's there, but Lina's so tanky. Abed just walks away with barely a bruise or a scratch, while Hellscream very deep with Bakaz. Onto 423. The Gyrocopter in serious danger now as Bakaz just wails down on him. Jump again from Yopaj with the BKB. Out of this Lina, saves her while Bakaz runs away.
He's completely
Lina
fine.
Caught up with the Doom. Trapped with a Fisher. Stunned and killed. And Moodeng, another situation where it feels like they're finally getting a grasp on the game, only to chuck it away.
Gareth, I'm seeing a pattern here. Just don't go high ground. High ground is a place of death.
Both teams don't go high ground.
Yeah, just stay in your base. Stay on the map. Farm where the fields are green. Oh, they're running into each other as well.
Yeah.
The Invis, Bounty Hunter.
Oh, he's going to walk back now, but he's going to get caught up with the Fisher again. Ollie doesn't have Chaotic Offering for 30 seconds. Glimmers and tries to run himself away. And we need buybacks here from Moodeng because, yeah, base is being pushed again. Warlock's out. 2 buybacks available are used. 2 still remain in the tank, while Moodeng, it looks like that's enough to rebuff the efforts of the push to high ground, but they've got the Pango in the back, killing off Yopaj with a great harpoon play. Not able to blink out as the Earthshaker, and now looking at Hellscream. Shurikens tossed forward, tracks are coming. DK's in though with a Doom onto the Gyrocopter. They're moving on to 4-2-3, not the spell, but the hero, as JT stands his ground, swashbuckling back onto the DK, but now Timado seems far too strong to contend with.
Packing out that
Car's
reset.
gonna run away. On the other side of the fight, just infinite resets, aren't there?
I was gonna say you're wrong, but you're technically right. He blinked onto a gyro, so that is indeed a Doom onto a DK, onto him, but the onto a gyro, but he didn't have the ability ready yet. Otherwise, that could have been death.
That's why I said the hero, not the spell. I was like, oh, I knew as soon as I said it. It's not a Doom on a gyro, but it is a Doom on a gyro.
It is, yeah, Doom on a gyro.
Picard's going to BKB and run back to Fountain. So, again, base defended because Shopify went high ground.
Skin of their teeth, though. If JT didn't find that solo kill and Shaker rolling after him, I think that could have turned real sour. But fortunately, it does hold still not for free. That was a costly defense. They bought back the Bounty Hunter, the Gyrocopter, and the Warlock. So a huge window now has opened up for Shopify Rebellion, where if they stabilize the game, then play on the downed buybacks, they could actually close out this game. Just gonna need to get those big pickoffs. We have a lot of big items coming in, by the way, so just gonna wrap up a little bit here. We have Nullfire, Overwhelming Blink on Dragon Knight, so he's looking really strong. Lincoln's just got in on Doom, and the Shaker has the Refresher, which he hasn't used yet. All the cores are getting big power spikes.
After game 1 and the first 20 minutes of this game, it kind of felt like, you know, the 2-0 was emerging, but Moodeng have held on to this, dragged it to, you know, closing on minute 50. Dead even in net worth, but there's a DD rune that spawned top, and it looks like Shopify are the ones to go and get it. DK
Oh boy.
amplified up. And now Moodeng, oh, this fight just got a whole lot tougher.
I mean, no buybacks, DD in your pocket. It's time to go in and look for something. Looks like they are gonna try and play around Roche, as it could be spawned already. We of course know he's not up yet, but teams don't know that.
Funny enough, Pango is the only one in the entire game with a buyback.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, nah,
Yeah.
on cooldown.
Lina had buyback, but spent her money on buying that Hex. Pango gonna roll in.
Yeah, sees Earthshaker, blinks away, then rolls back in to scout to see what's going on in the Roche pit.
Ooh, that's awkward though. He's still being chased a bit. It's gonna be fine, but now you don't have roll. Which spawns in 10 seconds. Mid lane is pushing in though, so at least the map is looking good for Moodeng.
Yeah, that Rax advantage paying off. And Roshan is about to spawn now, so Pango roll, what, 20 seconds away still. And the pings are there from Hellscream saying, hey, into the pit, boys. Let's kill this Roche off. While Moodeng, they have to smoke and play towards the pit. So it's positioning from Shopify. High ground held by the Earthshaker. Scans used. They need the vision. And they'll see the Pango roll up, blink echo. They catch Warlock. Ollie's the target because Pango jumped away from the initiation. Now maybe a turnaround as JT's trapped between two fishes. Laguna Blade thrown at the Doom, but that's not enough to really deter Pakaz. Moodeng, the team that have to retreat.
Yeah.
They'll relinquish control of the Roche pit here.
It looks awkward, but honestly it's really good. Even though they didn't get more, just getting the Warlock is big enough. That Warlock ulti and the Fatal Bonds is so essential in these fights.
JT's still gonna die. Pakaz has found his
He's
Pango,
dead.
but
He's just dead.
he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's stuck around for too long, and that Observer Ward found him.
I was going to say, that Blink Echo finds the Warlock and the Pango. It's perfect for Shopify, right?
Yeah.
But it's good enough just getting the Warlock, but now Pango dying anyway.
Yeah.
At least he's got buyback.
So to get him as well, and they have Aegis now. And Shaker still has one ulti. He didn't blow both ultis on that jump earlier, so
Right.
still got one ready. Even if he did, he would probably have it again as he has the level 25 cooldown talent. Only 41-second cooldown on that. Ooh, this is a tough defense to mount.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That is a real challenge.
Aeon Disc ready to be unlocked on the Bounty Hunter. So he's trying to bait something, but I don't know how impactful. Also gotta watch out for the cleave. Cleaving off buildings from, 800 range away is not okay.
Actually, I think you'll find it's splash damage, not cleave.
True. Okay, then it's fine, I guess. Then I'm okay with it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, what was? Do you remember what the Warcraft 3 orb was called? Was it just called the splash orb? Orb of fire, was it?
Yeah, Fire Orb, right?
Yeah. Fire, yeah.
Fire Orb.
Yeah, we used to have to buy orbs to get these special effects. Yamato. He's gonna run away. Was that from StarCraft? Yamato Cannon rings a bell.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yamato
Yeah.
Cruiser. Yamato
Yeah.
Cruiser. Yamato StarCraft. We've got a bit of lull here. They've killed Rax. They're running away. I can Google something.
We got Arcane Rune on Shaker now bottled up. So next fight, we're going to see incredibly low cooldown for him. Both teams kind of chill. We're going to see Tormentor takes most likely come in for Dire. Moving towards it.
Yeah, it was on a battle. It was the gun on a battle cruiser with a Yamato.
Oh, that's it.
That's what it was. Good old StarCraft. Big old ion cannons.
Yeah.
God, this game has swung back and forth so many times. I'm sure the Graph is having as much fun as we are watching it. Just imagine if the Graph was a person. How much fun is that? You're on a trampoline.
Be an erratic person. Unpredictable. We see again a smoke coming out. They're leaving DK unsmoked. Might group up with them though. Yeah.
Sure does. Gyro thinking about going to clear that top wave, but realizes it's far too dangerous.
Shaker.
Radiant scan doesn't
sees him.
see anything, but they see the gyrocopter up on this high ground. The chain stuns are coming. 423 BKB helped and saved a little bit here as they turn. Maybe they kill off Yopash. Shaker down, has to buy back with the Dragon Eyes opening up with his own damage now. Rolling Thunder kind of defensively used again to keep them at bay, while Warlock is the next target of choice from Pakaz. Moves on to Ollie, forces him back to Fountain. But so far, Moodeng, and so good.
Yeah, they killed the Shaker, so Shaker buyback into that as well. That's a really good defense by Moodeng. I thought that Gyro was toast, but he managed to get out of there. Warlock with some good saves. I mean, the Force Staff, the Hurricane Pikes, and the Warlock with the reaction as well. Do not underestimate the chaotic offering. It gave them that time window to get out.
It feels like we just had 2 DDs in a row.
Yeah. Pretty close at least. Drop the bottle. Looks like they want to pass this over to a Dragon Knight.
When he's back in dragon form, that is one real ugly dragon.
His black dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually has the consumed Aghanims.
He does.
Been so long since I saw a black dragon form, honestly. Aghanim Scepter feels like I mean, it's a luxury item. He's 6 slotted. He's running around with no boots, but it's so rare to see it even.
I just absolutely do not miss Aghanim's Man to DK.
Same. Yeah, get hit by 1 illusion, get slowed for 60%.
One illusion kills your base. Like, one illusion is flying and hits your freaking tier 3 for 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah. It was it BKB piercing slow as well, if I remember? Like I think it was, right? Yeah, it was.
As long as you applied it afterwards, right? Like if you applied it first, you could dispel it, but
exactly, the debuff immunity, you got rid of it, but then now I remember. Yeah, those were days.
They were
days. They were.
Not the
no. Aegis is going to be reclaimed peacefully. It's going to be sent back in a letter to Roche. He's going to receive it in 3 to 5 business days. 8 seconds.
Does that give an opportunity to Moodeng to leave their base? Or are we literally just hold high ground?
I think they might be stuck in base a bit right now. It's difficult to get out on the map, especially against this Ninja Gear Doom with Refresher now. I mean, they're placing some vision and trying to open up the farm possibilities for 4-2-3, but he is falling behind quite tremendously. Dragonite is just enormous at this point at 43,000 golds. Still no moon shard. Where's the moon shard, man? Come on.
There's a little bit more money.
Yeah, he's queued up the Davis, so he wants to. Oh.
Pakas. He blinks
fine.
away. So they scanned and
Harpoon?
scouted the gyrocopter. Pango rolls in and gets doomed. The tracks are still coming as Pakaz goes in even deeper with a refresher. Doom this time chucked at the gyrocopter. Pakaz setting up here for a dive and shivers. No supernova. Shaker's coming in with an echo slam straight onto the Pangolier. He's BKB'd up and a double echo will clear out JT. No buyback. Dead for 2 minutes. Jab's dead to the DK as well as Ollie cleared out by Yamato. A double kill on the Dragon Knight. And only one buyback available here for Moodeng. So a 3 versus 5.
Gyrocopter, he has gold for a rapier. He's buying a rapier right now, bringing it over. They want to try one more defense. Maybe they can stop this. It's on the courier.
It's coming. One last ditch effort.
He does still have BKB as well. Like, they're outnumbered, but maybe they can mount the defense. Believe it was scouted. I think the rocket player, they may have seen the rapier because they're backing out now.
You're right. Oh yeah, the big issue here is like Abed has to start the fight, right?
He does.
Maybe Ollie is the one to start the fight by handing himself over to them. Light Strike Array onto the DK as the damage is starting to come out. The Golem there on death, turning onto the DK, but Alina's caught in the back by the Echo Slam and the damage out of Earthshaker controlled up and stunned. Abed dead. And the Gyrocopter with his rapier back in Fountain, coming out ever so slowly to see what he can do with it.
Yeah, he's hitting.
But the throne is falling. Dragonite just killing buildings, doing his job. Hexed up for now, and it doesn't look like the Gyro's got enough in the tank. With a rapier and the Daedalus, they're trying their best. Dragonite still stands strong, though, over the crumbling Dire Ancient, as GG's called, and Shopify Rebellion, the 2-0.